The last time I chased someone for almost a year was with Wendulo Hub. And I thought that was it. Because me and us, Judy, we kind of share the same kind of areas and, experiences. I'm like, no, this is Judy. You must come on my show. She's like, yes, let's make it happen. Oh, her diary said no. Yeah. But I'm glad it finally agreed. Good morning.
Morning, T-Boss. Thanks for having me, and I'm sorry for making you chase for a year. It wasn't meant to be. I mean, it was just that.
But good things come to those who wait.
They do actually.
Yes. You're looking glorious as ever.
Thank you. You kind.
For a busy woman, you're looking amazing.
Thank you.
How do you manage?
The people in my life.
Yeah.
It's surprising how much love can do to you.
Wow.
It allows you to dream. It allows your dreams come true to come true. It allows you to be happy. I know happiness comes from within, but it helps if you have those that matter to you loving you.
Yeah. Actually, they are an enabler.
They are actually.
And when you say those who love you, you're talking family, or you're talking friends, or you're talking the whole circles?
My husband.
Yes.
My daughter. Everybody else. But that's the starting point.
Oh, Judy, one.
Well, my son passed away in 2012.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well, it happens. Yeah.
Just two, still.
Two. I have a stepdaughter though, who's 36. Mm-hmm.
Just three.
Yep.
What's Judy? Come now. And you're still a young girl.
Look, I wanted 6. You must talk to Sizwe. I'm telling you, I wanted 6. And the worst thing I did was that you have the boy, and then when I got the girl, Nkanyezi, he was like in labor ward. He said, that's it, we're done. I'm like,
Sizwe. But let's take this back to the basics. Yeah. Where's Judy from? Born and raised?
I was born in Westville during the dark days of apartheid. We were affected by Group Areas Act as a family. And when we had to move, we moved to Claremont. So I actually grew up in Claremont, but went to boarding school at Marion Hill when I was doing, you used to call it Form 1?
Yes.
What would that be now? Grade?
Standard 6, therefore grade 8.
Yes. So I went to Marion Hill, and good choice for my parents, because that's where I met the love of my life.
Is it?
Yeah.
In high school?
In high school.
Wow.
Yeah, so Marion Hill.
You've known each other for how long now?
It's 44 years now.
Wow.
Wait. 42. My maths is...
Wow.
Yeah, 42 years. Actually, we went to the same spot at Marion Hill High School where we started dating this year, August 27th, on the anniversary, 42nd anniversary. And the fun was that we had our daughter and our son-in-law with us to share the experience. It was special.
What did you do?
We just went there, took pictures, and it's like, yes, still around.
Maybe you should have added on and wore the school uniform and just take it back.
I know. I'm worried though it wouldn't fit.
And then let's talk about mom and dad. What were they doing?
My mother? My mother was a school teacher. It's an interesting story, actually, because she was born in rural KwaZulu-Natal, Kwadweshula, near Port Shepstone, and she had a father who didn't believe that a girl child has to be educated. So she ran away from home.
What?
And joined a convent. And that's how she got her education. She became a primary school teacher. And I've learned a lot from her, actually, the resilience and the love for education. Maybe it explains why I love education the way I do.
Yes.
Because it's an empowerer,
Yes, and dad?
Dad actually had to leave school early because his dad died when he was young, and he had to take care of his siblings and also even just the cousins. But, for someone who had a minimum education, really, he did very well. He had properties in one of the few areas where blacks were allowed to have properties. He built flats there that he actually rented out to supplement his income. He loved being his own boss, which is what I got from him.
Great.
Because he had independence. He had a small painting contract business, and he did well.
And here you are now in high school.
Yeah.
You are now brave enough because you have a foundation called Mom.
Yeah.
How do you know which direction to take? Because most of the time, even then, career guidance was the last thing, right?
Yeah.
So what did you then do in varsity?
You know, I've always known exactly what I want to become.
Is it?
Yeah. Always. And it's funny because I assumed that was the case with everyone. When I did my doctoral thesis, it was interesting to discover when I interviewed very successful women, and I was like, so when did you know you wanted to be? And they said, no. One actually said destiny just directed me.
Yes.
And I followed.
Yes.
So I was lucky in that way. From the age of 4, I wanted to be a medical doctor. And I think there are 2 reasons for that. My half-sister was a professional nurse. And she was the type of person who comes back home and talks about the doctor said this, the matron said this.
Yeah.
So initially I thought, maybe I want to be a matron. I discovered quite soon that it's a promotion, and I've never wanted to rely on someone for my destiny. And the more I listened, it became clear to me that the doctor has the final word. I love control. It's bad. So
okay.
I was like,
what's your star sign? Let's start there.
I'm Cancerian.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when my father wasn't well, just like all girls, I'm a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
Always have been.
Yeah.
So when he wasn't
like
well,
any gift to any father is a daughter. Come now.
Anytime.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't well, and he didn't like going to doctors. So the doctor came to him. This case, it was Dr. Kabashe. And I was 4. I actually started school early because my mother was a teacher. The helper, the lady who was looking after us, left her. So she had to take me to school with her. So she just said, you'll just play in that grade. It was class Dom. And, and then I just started taking part in the lessons, and I passed well. So there I was at the age of 4 with my class. What do you call it? Grade. It would be grade 1.
Grade
now,
1,
right?
yeah. And there are almost 6 or 7. Now it's 7, but then around 6 years.
We had 13 years before he had matric.
Yes.
Those days. Anyway, so he came to take care of my dad, and I'm not sure what it is that made me just decide that day. Maybe it's his car. He had a beautiful car that he drove.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just seeing a black man who's in charge of his destiny.
Yeah.
Because we lived in Westville then, and most of the blacks in the area were domestics. And because I always say it's the ambition that I've always had, that I didn't see myself as one of them.
Yeah.
I saw myself as the doctor that I was going to become.
Sure.
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh my word. And you did finally become a medical doctor.
I did. And finally is the right word, because I felt 2 causes along the way.
It happens though. You will hit speed bumps, right?
Oh, I tell you. And they make you a better person.
But those speed bumps are heavier, especially when the parents are the ones paying. Was it the case with you?
They are. My dad had since passed on. He passed away when I was in matric. So my mother was struggling. She was a primary school teacher.
Yeah.
And she used to sell peanuts, fish at school. And
just to make extra cash.
Exactly. And she used to sew children's clothes. Who
was paying for your studies? Medical school is not cheap.
My mother.
Wow.
My mother.
And here you are coming back with 2 failed subjects.
I know.
Eh?
Oh, I tell you. But it happens, hey?
And that time, corporal punishment was the order of the day, Judy.
I know. My mother used to be quite strict. My dad would let you get away with anything.
You are a daughter, that's why.
I know, but my mother was very strict. But when it came to that, she understood. She was very understanding. She had 2 sides to her, you know.
I think she had a soft spot for education, maybe.
She did. And I think the other thing that was important to her was honesty. If you did something wrong and you actually told her, I'm sorry, and you told her the truth, you wouldn't get punishment. If she believed you lied, oh my goodness, you were in trouble.
Are you the only child?
No. Actually, I have 6 half-siblings. 4 have since passed on, and 2 full siblings. And I'm the only survivor from my full siblings. I'm the last born. But I'm not spoiled.
The jury's still out there.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with Dr. Judy Dlamini. We're talking about her life. And like I said, for me is, if there's anything if there's anything you need to take with you today, it's her story. At least for this year. So stick around, a lot more is still coming. It is Lance, Nubian, and Makita. Hey, who's Judy? Deep, yeah? Why is Nubian?
It's more the Makeda side of things.
Okay.
Because we were blessed with a granddaughter on the 20th of November.
Oh, congratulations,
yes.
Clemmy. We can't say Granny. Clemmy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Clemmy. There you go. Glamorous grandma.
So it makes the Les Nubian song very special.
Oh,
for me and the family.
fantastic.
Yes.
Baby girl.
Baby girl. Just what I prayed for.
Is it?
Obviously, the parents won't be too pleased with me because I'm sure they prayed for a boy. You know how people are.
Yes, I get a known legacy.
You know.
The legacy, guys. Hashtag legacy.
It assumes there'll be legacy.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with us?
What do you mean?
Girls, what's wrong with girls?
You bring
know
forth.
What people say. You know what people say? It will be like, so what child is it? And we'll say it's a girl. They're like, as long as it's a healthy human being. I'm like, huh?
Never.
It's not right.
You know, as a father, I think I'm biased.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which way?
To the daughter's side.
Oh, okay. That sounds familiar.
I'm trying to mend my ways here. Now, let's move. By the way, you're not just. We need to be correct. You know, I'm very particular about how we title people.
Oh.
You're not Dr. Judy Dlamini. You're Doctor.
One will do.
No,
one title.
No. It's just not one. The doctor. The first one is the medical doctor,
yes.
And the other one.
It's a doctorate in business leadership.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hold on. You told me a story once.
Yeah.
At the age of 40,
yeah,
married, with kids, you decide, I'm going back to school.
Yes, I qualified at 40.
Oh, you qualified at 40.
Yes, and I went back to school. It would have been, I started when we were still in Durban. This was 97 when I did my MBL through UNISA.
Yes.
And then when Caesar got a job at Telkom, we moved up to Joburg, sold my practice, went and studied full-time at Wits.
Yes.
And I got my MBA in 99. I was 40.
At least you were stay home, right, at that time, right?
I was full-time, so it wasn't stay home. You know how, oh my God,
oh, yeah.
It's hard work, eh?
Yeah.
It's hard work. Yeah, so I was studying full-time.
You didn't miss practice?
I missed my patients for a while, because my practice was an extension of my family, especially when I was in the township. It definitely is the best thing I ever did. I loved it. I really, really did. And when I lost the passion, that was scary. And,
so the passion for medicine died?
It died.
Is it?
And there are various reasons for that, you know. In life, though, you never really know this is it. You actually assume maybe it's this, maybe it's that.
Yeah.
You know. But so all I had was matric, so I had to go back to school.
After MBA, then what did you do?
I got a job at HSBC Investment Bank in corporate finance. I wanted to understand how to put deals together.
Yes.
What makes a good deal.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that. And it was a steep learning curve. I had a boss. He was younger than myself.
Cheers.
And it was like, oh my God. But it was good. It was worth it.
You were the first in the office, the last to leave?
First in the office, definitely. One of the last to leave. You know, investment bankers, they just chill in those desks and try and put deals together. But I learned a lot. I did.
And at this time, you're in your 40s.
Yes.
How are you balancing all of this?
You know, it helps to have a very, very supportive husband.
Yeah.
It helps. It helps to have kids who just do the right thing.
So yes, I was about to say.
I'm telling you, you know, tomorrow we celebrate 33 years married. And I would be lying to you if I would say it's just because of how we do things. No. It's a combination of factors.
Yeah.
My kids, our son, our daughter are so instrumental in us being together, because it's easy to be successful when things go right.
Yes.
And kids can make it go right or terribly wrong.
Because then you can spend a lot of time with crisis management instead of doing.
Crisis management, the love in the family dies, you are upset, you know what I'm saying? So I really, really want to thank them more than anyone else.
He's running Telkom busy.
Yes.
And at the time, he was turning it around, actually.
Yes.
Which meant spending more time on it.
Well, he's a special man in that he might be as busy as you can be, but he's just as available as a family man.
Oh, wow.
Yes. He actually, I think where he sacrifices his friends, you won't see him playing golf.
Oh.
So he really has two priorities, the family and work. And he does work hard. I've never seen anyone who works as hard as he does.
And 4 o'clock is in the gym.
4 o'clock is in the gym. Now actually wakes up around 3 a.m. I just, you know what? I
don't get it.
I get tired watching him.
What time does he end the day?
He ends it late. You see, he's an early night person and early morning. That is his biological clock. But it doesn't work that way because he's got so much work. So he'll actually finish working around 10, 10:30. So we sleep late and wake up very early. So yeah.
But you've also joined him.
Yeah, no, I've
you hit the gym quite early. By 6 o'clock, you're already in the gym.
5:30.
There you go.
5:30. And that's not my biological clock, by the way.
What's your biological clock?
I can sleep at midnight and then wake up if I didn't have business or anything, that I would sleep around midnight, maybe even 1 a.m. and wake up around 6, 7.
Yeah.
But that had to change. But you know, the funny thing is, when I go overseas or he goes overseas, when we're not together, we go back to how we were meant to be. He sleeps at 8:30, wake up at 4. I'll actually sleep 12 midnight, 1 a.m. It's ridiculous.
Oh my word! The biological, the whole body clock thing, I think, is very crucial. Hey?
It is actually. It is
for your own health. Actually,
no, definitely,
because it centers you. Without it, you can't operate.
No, true. Yeah.
Now here you are. You putting deals together at this investment bank. When did you then make that quantum leap to say, I think I'm ready to do business on my own?
Yes. What happened is that I had started a business already. I was part of the consortium that got the PPP agreement with government at KZN.
Okay.
The Inkosi Albert Lutuli Hospital.
Yes.
And things were not going well. And my small company called Mbekani, we were having issues, and it was like we might lose the contract unless something drastic happens. And so I left. I resigned and focused on making sure that things get sorted out, and they did. We're celebrating 20 years this year.
Oh,
as
wonderful.
Mbekani
Congratulations.
Group. But also, thank you, thanks. And also 15 years as one of the contractors for that particular contract.
Would you say they may be or may not be equal? Would you say business gives you the same pleasure and passion? Do you have it now as compared to what you had for medicine?
There's nothing that gives you the same fulfillment as medicine, in my view, at least. There's nothing. I think I remember I was talking to one person and I was a bit disillusioned. I was in business and I was a bit disillusioned because it is an dog eat dog.
Yes.
You know, and he actually helped me to realize that don't focus on the things that you don't like. You give back. As a family, we always give back. We always did, and we formalized it now. So when you feel like you actually feeling empty because of the atmosphere in business, as you know it can be, you just play those videos of when you giving back, the response you get back, it's priceless.
Oh, I see.
So that part for me fulfills what I miss in
I see
medicine.
what you mean. Yeah. And that's powerful.
Yeah.
I see you're a romantic at heart. Luther Vandross?
Yes.
Tell me.
Luther Vandross, for me, is one of the best male vocalists
to have ever lived.
Ever.
Actually, in my books, he's still alive.
Yeah, no. His music keeps him alive.
Yeah.
Our son actually used to call him Loser Vandross because I tell you, we used to drive for December. We used to drive from Durban to the South Coast.
Yeah.
And all we would play is Luther Vandross, one song after the other. And he's like, Luther Vandross, because he was just tired of
So much
listening to this
shade.
guy.
Why is he shading on Luther?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love his music.
Is this the soundtrack to your love story?
Actually, which one is that? Power?
No, not the Power of a House is Not a Home.
Oh, yes, that's my son's song. You see, that list represents me, my family.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, that's my son's song.
Oh,
yes,
fantastic.
it's special.
The one who said loser.
Yes, Luther Vandross. You know how they are? They'll say these things and you'd be like, can I get tickets for Luther?
Dr. Judy Dlamini is here as we're talking about her life. And we have now covered the fact that she's now in business. Actually, when we read and we Google, you're one of the most successful businesswomen in South Africa. What do you say to that? I mean, there must be a formula. There must be something you're using to know which kind of businesses, number one, to go into. Mm-hmm. Because you can imagine, I mean, there's just so much. I can start tomorrow, start the business of selling trees. Mm. But how do you even know? What helps you navigate that to say, this is the business I'll go into?
Right. You know, it depends on how you define success. And for me, success is being happy, which is normally a choice. It's an internal thing. But coming to business, people never know how many failures you've had. All they see is, wow, that's such a successful thing. But you fail, and you learn from failures rather than from the successes that you make. And what I've always done, and I think it works for most people, is that you start with what you understand. I understood health. That's where I came from.
Okay.
And that's where I started, before venturing into the other areas that you don't know as much about. But then you learn. You know, the more you know about the space, the better you're likely to make the right decisions.
Yes.
But also resilience, Tibos, because business is not for sissies. I always say this. Life in general is not for sissies.
But it seems like business, you need to have Teflon skin, eh?
Yeah, Teflon skin, but also keep on trying, because maybe out of the 100 misses, you'll get about 5 or 10 hits. So you shouldn't let failure define who you are.
So that one no is not it.
No, it's not it. It actually says, okay, fine, I have to prove to myself that no was wrong for that person. And I love proving to myself that I can.
How did you even, fast forward to now, you decided luminance? You know what I see with luminance?
Yeah.
I think I see luminance on some. I love clothes, but
Sure,
buying them
clothes.
is a hassle.
I know.
Me as Judy, I'm going to have a closet that I invite people in, and they can buy my favorite things.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes, but it's actually interesting because luminance is one of those things where destiny pushes you towards them. I started off as a minority shareholder and then an executive director.
Yes.
But destiny, as it
Of
would
the
have
Luminance Group.
Yes. Destiny, as it would have it, it was just one store then. I found myself taking over 100% of the business, my family and I, obviously, and having to run with it. We now have 4 stores.
Yes.
And we also have 2 online stores. One is an outlet and one is the main store.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is the other thing I've learned in life, that if life throws you lemons,
Make lemonade
and move on with it. Have fun while you're having it. So I love clothes.
Yeah.
Clothes I love.
You should see how amazing she looks right now.
So yeah, it's actually easy to have fun with something that you love, and I have a formidable team, so we have fun together. We call it having fun with fashion.
So this means you traveling and getting the clothes. Who does the buying? You do it?
Getting the clothes. I used to do it myself, 100%, but now I actually have a team that we do it with. On some of the trips, I don't even go because I have an amazing team, and I'm grateful to them. Yeah, but the travel, it punishes you.
How did you even begin to choose the brands?
When I took over, we had so many brands, which were just too many for one store, Because if you have too many brands, it also influences how deep you can go per brand, because there's a limited resources.
And space,
And space, of course. So we actually then said, okay, let's look at the figures. What are they telling us? Because consumers talk to you, you know?
Every day.
All the time. It's your choice whether you listen or you don't. So the consumers have spoken to us, and you'll see that we've scaled down in terms of the number of brands, but we've gone deeper into each of the brands. But more importantly, we've brought in local designers.
Oh, yes. For that, I applaud you.
Thank you. I'm a true African. I believe in Africans. I believe.
When I walked into your sentence store and I saw Makhosa, I was like, wow.
Yeah, sure. We're lucky to have him, eh?
Wow.
He has such a following, not just in this country.
Worldwide.
Worldwide. You know, he's done so well for himself, and he remains so humble. So for me, it's very important that next to an Oscar, I love Oscar, by the way, may his soul rest in peace.
De La Renta.
Next to an Oscar, yes.
Oscar De La Renta.
Yes. Next to him, there's David Tlale doing his own thing. There is Tula Cindy. There is Makhosa. There is Suzanne Hines. There is Gerard Johan Coetzee. You name it, you know.
And not only that, you even took it further. You know, what I like is how you mix the things you're passionate about. You love education so much. Now you've infused it with awards.
Yes. You know, we've always given back, especially to communities that we come from. And when I say we, it's Sizwe and I.
Yeah.
And we actually offer bursaries, and we have for the past, I don't know how many years. But we chose initially the professions that we come from, chartered accountants, medical doctors. We increased it to engineers, actuaries, and technology. And when we entered the fashion space, we like, okay, wherever life directs you, you make a difference where you are. You know, so that is why we have that scholarship that we gave to Tembagas, especially young women.
And with Johan Coetzee, right?
Yes, with Johan Coetzee.
What is that bursary about?
Well, the one that we chose is, I like people multi-skilling themselves.
Oh, great.
I like people not being defined by the initial qualification that they had.
Yes.
One of the special things with Tembagazi is that she's always been passionate about fashion, but she has parents that are teachers who say, hang on, you won't have a fallback position if this is all you do.
Yes.
You are going to do another degree first. She did BA Psychology and finished it. Done.
Tick that box.
Tick that box. Give the
mom and dad
to the
be
parents.
sorted. Yes.
This is what I'm going to pursue now. So this is what she's going to pursue, and we are just enablers. And it's not just the fashion design only. It also is communication. It's also it's buying, because
wonderful.
you need to be all rounder.
Yeah, you need to be an all rounder. Yeah. I see you have a book.
I have a book. Yes, I'm so excited.
Tell me, bring it out, because it's in a pack. And
yes, it's called Equal but Different.
I
Women
need to take a
Leaders
picture
Life Stories.
as you do that.
And this is your gift.
Oh, wonderful.
You and Mapaseka.
Listen.
Because I know we share something, and that is love for education. And by the way, congratulations, I may say it.
Thank you.
For actually doing what
starting something and finishing it.
I know, and congratulations to Mapaseka too.
Fantastic. Yes. Oh, by the way, she passed.
Yes. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm very proud of her.
Yeah.
Equal but Different, Women Leaders Life Stories. What is it about?
It's about my thesis. You know, when I did my doctoral thesis, I was like very busy working, family, and everything else. And I thought, if I'm to do something, it has to be something I'm passionate about.
Yes.
I'm very passionate about equity. I believe people are born equal but different.
Yes.
And I believe our differences are not a weakness, they are a strength.
Exactly.
Depending on how we choose to treat them.
Yep.
So it was quite easy to do a thesis that investigated that. And I've now converted it to a book, which is accessible not to just academics, but anyone, men and women.
I am so going to read that.
Oh, thank you.
I'm into books. I love books.
Yeah.
Dr. Judy, you are a living inspiration. Thank you so much for living the life the way you want to.
Thank you.
Because people such as yourself are very few.
No, thank you for being so kind. Thanks, Tibos.
Because we have a lot of...
for you too.
Yeah, we have a lot of copycats.
Yeah,
and when you find somebody who is just walking their lane, is the most inspiring thing to watch and to see happen. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we wish you more, another 32 years with Brasizwe. And long life, health, and keep on doing what you're doing.
And may it go back to you tenfold. Thank you, Tibus.
Thank you. All the best.
Thanks, sure.